Hey, everybody. Good morning or afternoon, whatever you're watching this. So you might have noticed the title of this speech is kind of a funny one. I thought it was kind of funny. And something that kind of surprised me when I was kind of taking my first couple classes in public speaking. And the title is The Last Speech in Class is Not the Last Speech in Life. And that seems really obvious, but of course, education is taking common sense to higher ground. And what we're doing here is just kind of highlighting the fact that after this class is over, we will continue to give presentations in life. And I mention that because we're kind of coming up on our last speech of the semester, and it's exciting that you have almost completed Communication Studies 1A and achieved all these goals. And yet at the same time, there will be many more speaking opportunities in your life. You'll be able to give many, many, many more speeches. Some of the speeches you'll give because you have to. Some of the speeches you'll give because you want to. You may volunteer. It may present an opportunity. Many times to move up in an organization, one needs to take speaking opportunities when they present themselves and then practice and do well at them. And it can mean a promotion sometimes or grease the wheels for a promotion. It's rarely a standalone item, obviously, but it can make a big difference. And so the idea is just to go into life with this idea that you're going to give many speeches and have many opportunities to express yourself in a public speaking way or presentation skills way, whether that's with a group or by yourself. And this class is only a step along the way. You probably gave speeches prior to this class. Maybe you didn't, but maybe you did a few before, and you'll do many more after. My grandfather lived to be 100 years old. And so if you take your age now, whatever it is, and subtract it from 100, that's how many more years you'll be around. And that, let's say hypothetically, you give one or two speeches a year. That's maybe, like, for me, I'm almost 50, so I have 50 more years on the planet, and if I give about 2 more speeches a year, that'll be 100 more speeches that I have a chance to give, which is a lot. And that's not to mention all the regular public speaking I do, so that I guess I mean that's public speaking too, but in terms of speeches outside of the regular teaching I do at the college and university level. So we have lots of opportunities to express ourselves, and public speaking, as we mentioned at the beginning of the semester, is kind of a lifelong journey. We never stop improving. I always think of public speaking as being a little jewel that, a beautiful jewel, maybe not too little, but we keep, excuse me, polishing it our whole lives. And it's never quite done. We keep learning about public speaking. We keep evolving as public speakers. We keep changing, and we get better, and maybe we step back occasionally, and we do things that work out well, and we make mistakes, and we learn from those mistakes. But it never stops, and it never goes away, and that we will give many more speeches. And that helps us to relax and enjoy each speech as a learning experience. And that's not to say we don't do our best for every speech. We certainly do, but that we also are aware that that speech is part of a journey, and that we're learning also from that speech as well, like from the mistakes or things that we did, but we might like them, but they could be even better, perhaps. So it's a very exciting opportunity we have, and these are opportunities to express ourselves in a clear and compelling manner, and continue to practice that. And you might feel like this is the last speech forever, but in reality, it's the last speech for the class, which is a little different than being forever. It's just the last speech that you're going to do for this class. And now you have this whole world open to you of giving many, many, many more speeches and continuing to grow with each presentation that you give. So it's not really the last speech. And that's exciting, knowing that we always have a chance to get better, and there'll be another opportunity, because some things you don't have another chance. There's some things in life you get the one shot, like being born, you only get to do that once. But there are other things that we get to do over and over, and each time we get to refine them, and this is one of them. So have fun with your last presentation, putting it together, and and then obviously recording it and submitting the video. And know that it's not really the last. It's only the last for the class, but it's not the last for life. And we enjoyed your speeches this semester, and we'll enjoy many more. We're definitely looking forward to the last one. It's definitely one of those last but not least situations where, even though it's the last speech of the semester, it's still going to be very important and very valid, and very. We'll be watching it carefully. We're looking forward to hearing what you have to say. As always, we as the audience members are your biggest fans. We're your cheerleaders. We're just rooting for you to do well. We're looking forward to watching the video and seeing you do well in your speech, and watching you move through the material, whatever topic you chose, whatever type of speech you chose. So have fun with that and enjoy your not so last speech. Thank you.